First, it can provide some legitimacy to the business operations of the companies that carry on their services and can promote a stable expansion of the industry while protecting consumers. Second, it can ensure the viability of the industry and encourage the relevant entities to operate efficiently and promote fair market pricing, particularly in relation to issues such as onerous contractual terms, excessive interest rates, and over-indebtedness. And third, to streamline the operation of the microfinance institutions in conformity with international best practices. It's important to note, Madam Speaker, that the International Monetary Fund, in its detailed assessment report issued in 2010, after they made some examinations in 2009 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines of our anti-money laundering regime, noted the following deficiencies in their Financial Action Task Force recommendations of the time, recommendations 23 and 29. They said that there are no powers or mechanisms to supervise, inspect, or enforce anti-money laundering compliance with respect to some of these money lending operations. And they said that we should review, if necessary, and if necessary, implement an authorization and supervisory regime for money lending businesses that are covered by anti-money laundering laws. The existing mobile providers, mobile payment service providers, are actually quite eager for the regulatory oversight that we are proposing in this legislation, because they have been disconnected from their partner banking institutions because of the lack of regulation. So the banks, ever cautious, ever concerned about money laundering and terrorist financing, have said to some of these mobile payment providers, listen, we can't do business with you anymore. You're too big, you're drawing too much attention, and you're not regulated. We don't know where the money coming from, we don't know where the money going. And so the reluctance of banks here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to deal with some of these mobile service providers has constrained their business. And so this is not, in the context of the mobile service providers, this is not something that they are pushing back against. This is a level of regulation that they are welcoming because they think that it will expand their opportunities to do business and increase their offerings here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There are customer service reasons, there are comfort reasons, there are also security reasons. Because you don't want people in situations coming in and out of places that are susceptible to crime, for example, if the criminal knows that they have money in their pocket. And the amendments include provisions which would require approval by the FSA of the chosen place of business for these entities, and draft guidelines have been prepared which would provide guidance on the adequacy of the place of business of these types of institutions.